I have my handy dandy recipe notebook, so you already know what time it is. Let's get cooking. Welcome to my channel. This is Minnie Moving Mountains. My name is Minnie, and this is my series called Mini Meals. Disclaimer, I am not a professional chef, nor am I a nutritionist. I'm just a girl in her muumuu who cooks every night for her husband so I can teach you how to cook, change up your meals for the week, or just give you something positive to watch. There is no fancy lighting, I just use a craft light. There's no fancy editing, I do this in one cut. And there's no fancy makeup, just me showing you the things that I'm passionate about, which is cooking and baking, my weight loss journey, and crafting. Today is Tuesday, April the 28th, 2026, meal number 83. Today we're having chicken banh mi bowls with pickled vegetable salad, ginger rice, and chili mayo. So I am going to turn around the camera because I assure you, there's nothing fancy going on here. I just want to focus on what you came here for, which is to learn how to cook. So let's move mountains together and let's get cooking. Here are the ingredients for today's recipe. Remember, I just cook for my husband and I, so if you have a family that's bigger than ours, you would double, triple, or quadruple the recipe. On today's episode, we're going to need chicken cutlets, shredded carrots, 3/4 cup of jasmine rice, cucumbers thinly sliced, ginger finely minced, 2 tablespoons of Thai sweet chili sauce, 2 tablespoons of mayonnaise, 1/8 cup of sweet soy glaze, minced garlic, 2 to 4 tablespoons of rice wine vinegar, cilantro finely chopped, and 1 tablespoon of ponzu sauce. To our stovetop, you're going to need 2 large burners on medium heat. To a medium pot on medium heat, you're going to melt 2 tablespoons of butter. While we wait for the butter to melt, we're going to season our chicken. This is 1/4 teaspoon of salt, pepper, all-purpose seasoning, garlic powder, and paprika. I then flipped it and we're going to season the other side as well. Once your butter has melted, you're going to add your rice, 1 1/4 cup of water, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper, minced ginger, and minced garlic. You're going to mix this well so the rice doesn't stick to the bottom, and you're going to bring this to a boil, and it should take about 2 minutes. While we wait for the rice to boil, you're going to heat up a large pan on medium heat with a neutral oil. This is olive. Place your chicken in the hot skillet, skin side down, away from your body. Cook the chicken for 7 minutes. Once your rice has come to a boil, you're going to give it another mix, ensuring that the rice doesn't stick to the bottom. Reduce your heat to low. Cover. My white timer is for my induction burner, for my stovetop. My white is for my stovetop. You're going to cook the rice for 15 minutes. For our salad, you're going to combine shredded carrots, cucumbers, half of the cilantro, rice wine vinegar, ponzu sauce, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and pepper. Mix well until ready to serve. While your chicken cooks, with the pastry brush, you're going to get some of the sweet soy glaze and you're going to brush the tops of the chicken. The reason that I don't put the marinade with the chicken is because it has a high sugar content and it will burn. So you just rub the top of the chicken with the sauce. Once your chicken has cooked for 7 minutes, you're going to flip it to the other side. Using your pastry brush, I'm going to also marinate the tops of the other sides. My blue timer is for my induction burner. You're going to cook the second side for another 7 minutes. For our sauce, you're just going to combine your sweet chili sauce with mayonnaise and mix well. I like to drizzle my sauces over my meals, so I have a regular coffee cup and I opened up a Ziploc bag to its full capacity, and then I pour the sauce into it. And now you have a nice little piping bag. You would seal the top and then bring all the sauce to one corner and cut a little tip and then drizzle it over the top of your bowl. Once chicken has cooked, you're going to put them on a wooden cutting board to rest for at least 3 minutes before slicing. It is important that it is a wooden cutting board. For chicken and fish, I always use a wooden cutting board because we want to minimize the amount of bacteria, and it also makes sure that it conducts the heat well to keep your food warm. Once your rice has cooked, you're going to fluff it with a fork, and dinner is ready. Time to plate. And that's it. You made a home-cooked meal. Good job. I'm going to turn around the camera so we can chat. Thank you guys so much for joining me on today's episode. It's such an honor and privilege to be able to cook with you guys. For this recipe, you can find it on my website, which is www.minniemeals.com. My long-form content can be found on my YouTube channel at Minnie Salvant, as well as Facebook at Minnie Salvant. Short-form content such as TikTok, Lemonade, or Instagram can be found at Minnie Moving Mountains. Let's move mountains together, and what should I cook next? I'll see you guys next time. Bye!